Hi guys, welcome back to the Funky Evolution Party. Sorry I have not been making any videos. I've been too busy breaking down information, putting things together, looking at history, religion, looking at facts instead of emotional blackmail in terms of how we are going to do this U-turn, i.e. it is 2023. It is not 1917 where we can still like, oh, we're mates and I'll just, whatever my mate does, oh, go beat him senseless. There's no consequences. Actually, we are called civilized states for a reason. That's why a justice system was put into place. That's why laws are made. And if the people at the top don't want to follow these laws, don't expect everybody under you to follow them. So because, this Israeli-Palestinian conflict has been going on since a very long time, I'm not talking at 1948, we're going back to 1917, when, in all fairness, and, I love all religions, my theory is that actually the Abrahamic religions have missed the foundations of religion, which is Buddhism, which is that all life on this planet matters, that we do not kill, we do not steal, we do not hurt each other. We were created with a brain, because this sort of bullying behavior is, how is that democratic? How is that going to serve us justice? What serves us justice are facts, clear evidence, calling out the criminals, sending them to prison, not for 18 months, for life. They talk, climate change, and all you climate change activists, I want you to look at how much each bomb emits emissions, tanks, jets, all of that. You want them, take me as a prisoner, I'm your prisoner. I'm so naughty, I turned on my lights, or I'm not driving an electric car. Guess what? No matter what you do in your comfy little home, besides sit there and eat popcorn and pick a side on, beat the shit out of him. Really? Where is any humanitarian out there still holding a position? Because you should all either quit your jobs or be fired for allowing 12 days of innocent civilians to be bombarded, bullied, targeting schools, hospitals. No humanitarian aid, really? What's wrong with everybody? I'm not picking a side. I don't believe any war is acceptable on any front. I believe that we all have brains. There are facts. The facts are this. Israel was created as a state by the powers that be because of compensation for what happened to Jewish people. It was a very sad thing, the Holocaust. Why did we not learn from that? Why did we then allow a movement to infiltrate the Middle East, which was very happy? Muslims, Jews, Christians, they all lived. You've never heard of any wars of them fighting before this. It turned into extremism. It turned into a conflict because their land was stolen from them. It's like this, right? So I rent your house. Yeah, no worries. You got a lease. I sell your house, not my house, your house, try to get a profit off it, and then come back and tell you it's not your house. I'm sorry. The house belonged to the Arabs. They were promised independence by the French and the British, and this did not happen. They got imprisoned. Children are born into an open-air prison. They refuse to leave their land. Why? So someone can come and steal it? So, you're gone now. Claim it as mine. Sorry, it is 2023. The Arabs have been on that land for centuries. You know who gave the land to the very small, what they call the peasant stock of Lebanon? It was King Hiram. It belonged to Lebanon. It didn't belong to Egypt. It didn't belong to Turkey. It was Lebanon. And that was given to them. King David was not actually a real king. Hope you know. King Solomon's temple. You want to hear about Solomon, who killed his own brother, who built a temple out of using demons to build a temple, then turned on his god because he wanted to sleep with someone. She's like, well, you can't sleep with me unless you crush 4 cicadas. So he did it, and he condemned the whole of humanity. And now we are shedding blood on holy land, shared holy land, this land that everybody is fighting for. The bloodshed, anyone supporting this bloodshed, do you think God is really going to forgive you? Because I sure as hell don't. I think this is what I call the Antichrist movement. You might not believe in Jesus. It's not the point. The point is the teachings of loving kindness, of, again, thou shalt not kill, which is 10 commandments, thou shalt not steal, 10 commandments, that are the foundations of every single religion. Now, after, thank you, Benjamin, because, before I thought it was a lost cause, but now that you've started a war, when actually it's a conflict, and I'm waging war, someone spits at you, I am waging war, I'm going to burn their houses down, I'm going to beat the crap out of them, but I'm not the barbarian, I'm not savage, they are. That's how I feel about that. And the world leaders that are supporting this, sorry, but you become war criminals. It's time that you did your own research. I've put a lot out there in terms of the bribery, the forgery, the sexual assault, the terrorism. These are all people in the Israeli government, or have been part of, or have used their positions to abuse their power. Or, use their positions to abuse the power. And at the end of the day, it is the innocent people with a bloodline, not a faith, because let's get one thing clear here. If I'm Buddhist, it doesn't give me rights to any land. If I am Sikh, it gives me no rights to land. If I am Christian, it gives me no rights to the land. Judaism is not a culture. It is a religion. And it's a shared land between Christians, Muslims, and Jews, which all believe in the same God. So if you can't respect people's belief systems, you want to ethnically cleanse an area that you do not belong on, it doesn't work like that. Arabs have far too much class. You want to know where all the money is? It's in the Arab world for a reason. They're not barbaric. They're not horrible people. They're actually really lovely people that got pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed until they had no choice but to fight back. They opened their doors to the British and the French, who screwed them over, stole their land, and then gave it to a bunch of other Europeans. You want to do it? Let's look at the actual bloodline of land. See who actually owned the land, how that land was acquired, and let's work the conflict from there, because when you all do your research, you will realize it is an illegal occupation, them blowing up innocent children, hospitals of all faiths, not allowing humanitarian aid in. These are thugs and bullies. They're not respectable, democratic, free world societies to then imprison their neighbors in a free world when those neighbors were promised freedom and then got imprisoned. All of the historical sites have been blown up, all of their infrastructure, all of their whole cultures and communities. For what? For land? Let's get this straight. You don't own the land, I don't own the land. What are we leaving for the future of these kids? Again, going back to climate change. Just stop oil. Wherever you're at, let's look at how much this war carbon footprint is, and let's disarm the world by 2030. I'd actually say let's start disarming the world from today. Let the United Nations actually do their job, hold people accountable, do what you're supposed to do, or just dissolve completely. Let it be a lawless society and see what happens then. So please like, share, and get this message out there.